Welcome to week 3. Week 3, we're going to study brokers, manufacturers, and wholesalers. Just talk about the different roles that you might play in the online economy. And then we'll talk about a couple business models that are unique to online businesses. Very common, very effective, and really shows the appeal of some online business models. So first, let's jump into this: brokers, manufacturers, and wholesalers. Each of these roles serves a slightly different function. You may be familiar with them. If you are not, just briefly, a manufacturer will create a product and they will sell it to the wholesaler. In traditional models, in what we call a brick and mortar store, a wholesaler would then sell to a retailer like Target, and the retailer then sells to you. Each has a different expertise. A wholesaler has a good relationship with the manufacturer, has inventory, and is very good at shipping and transiting materials. A retailer is very good at advertising and developing a relationship with the customer. The challenge is that the manufacturer might sell their product for $5 to the wholesaler, and the wholesaler needs to make a profit, so they sell it for $7 to the retailer, and the retailer needs to make a profit, so they sell it for $9 to you. The advantage of online is that typically the retailer is cut away, and so you're purchasing things from a wholesaler or from a manufacturer, which is why you can often find things online for a lower cost. You can be a manufacturer, you can be a wholesaler, there's a lot of different options online. We'll go through some more of those details when we talk about affiliate and drop shipping models. A broker is one who connects, we call them dot connectors, one who connects a manufacturer and a wholesaler, or a wholesaler and a retailer, and takes a little cut off of that. But a wholesaler trying to get started may turn to a broker because a broker knows a lot of different manufacturers, or might go to a broker to see if they could find a better deal from a variety of manufacturers. So those are the different roles up here when we talk about brokers, manufacturers, and wholesalers. For this assignment, you are going to do an essay and an analysis, and we'll go back to the supplier, the shady suppliers case, and read through that case to develop the answer to these questions. You'll make a recommendation on a supplier. There is, there's a really important skill you're going to learn here, and that's called how to quantify and compare. And a quantify and compare analysis will develop what we call a weighted decision matrix, and you'll use Excel to do this. I invite you to read through this in detail. I won't spend a lot of time on it, but I do want to show you what a quantify and compare spreadsheet looks like and the advantages of it. So in this example, someone is deciding on a restaurant to open, and they have different types of restaurants. They got a barbecue, a garden salad, and a burger restaurant. Then they're going to assess different pieces to that decision. What customers will care about. They'll care about the taste of the food. They'll care about how quickly they can get that food. They'll care about the cost of the food. And so each of these has a ranking, right? Joe's barbecue tastes phenomenal, but it takes a long time to develop, but it's also really inexpensive. It's the price is an inverted input, and so if it's costly, Joe's barbecue is costly, the customer's not going to like that, so they get a lower price. And you'll see down here, in contrast, the American burger doesn't taste as good as the barbecue, but you can get it really fast, and it's very inexpensive, so customers are going to like that, and that gives you a total. The difference here, you notice the totals aren't exactly a sum of these numbers. What's happening is that the real power of this analysis is to say, the most important thing to a customer is the cost of the food. This is really number one. And so I'm going to put 50% of the decision on this. and then 25% on promptness and 25% on taste. Then this video will show you how to do this in Excel, and you will do a weighted total, and that's taking this ranking times the weight plus this ranking times this weight plus this ranking times this weight, and that gives you a weighted total. And then there's a function that will actually rank these for you, so you can see your number one choice here is the American burger. This is a very powerful tool because it brings into account that all the inputs in your decision making are not equal and should not be equal. Some are more important than others, and you can express that with the different weights. We will do a weighted decision matrix on many different assignments, and so pay close attention on this. Please reach out to me if there's an element on here that's just not making sense and you'd like me to go through it in more detail, because it's going to be really important. We're going to do a lot of weighted decision matrices over the next few weeks. And a lot of your assignments will look like this. You'll have a quantify and compare spreadsheet. You need at least 2 alternatives. The example I showed you had 3 alternatives. You just need 2 for this one. But you do need 3 criterion, just like the example I showed you. And then you'll do an essay on it as well. You'll have your discussion board on that, and that will lead into our affiliate and drop shipping assignment, which will be very similar to the brokers, manufacturers, and wholesalers, in the sense that you'll do a quantify and compare spreadsheet, and then you'll do an essay. This one needs to be 1 page, so note that requirement, a 1-page essay, which justifies a recommendation. This paragraph here is essentially an extension of our case study. So it's an abbreviated case study. But I want to spend just a minute talking about affiliate and dropshipping models because they are so common online, and they're very, very appealing. There's reading on each of these, which I invite you to do. In essence, what you're doing, and we'll take affiliate to explain that first, and then we'll explain dropshipping because they're very similar. But if I'm going to form an affiliate, I'm going to set up a website and my own business, and then I'm going to reach out to an existing company that manufactures a product, or maybe a company like Amazon. It's very common to do an affiliate agreement with Amazon, very simple to do, and say, I would like to sell your products on my website. And then I'll create a link and a picture of that product on my website, and I will try and advertise and get people to click on that link. When people click on that link, it takes them to the other person's website where they can purchase that product. But there's a little code in the link from my website that tracks that person, and if they purchase that product because they clicked on my link, I'm going to get a commission on that sale. I'll get, say 3% of a $10 product, we'll say, and so I get 30 cents off that sale. And so affiliate websites will develop a lot of different products. For this class, you can start with 1 or 2. But over time, they'll develop a lot of different products. And if you can drive enough traffic to your website, you start to get a lot of clicks on that and a lot of commission. The appeal of an affiliate website is that your focus is on marketing. There's no inventory. You're typically not dealing with customer shipping concerns. You're just focused on marketing and having them click that link. After that, it's out of your hands. And so an affiliate website is very much hands-off. It doesn't have quite as high as earning potential as some others, although there have been some very successful affiliate websites out there. But it's a very hands-off approach, and it can earn money on its own, and all you're worried about is the advertisement. Dropshipping is very similar to that. In dropshipping, you'll do the same process, set up a website, set up a dropshipping agreement with another company. Excuse me. However, when you set up that link on your website, it does not, or excuse me, when you set up the product on your website, it does not link to an outside website. They will actually purchase the product on your site. And once the purchase is made, that's when a notification will kick over to the other company to ship the product. So the customer feels like they've purchased the product from you. This has advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is you can typically set the price, so you can charge a little bit more if you'd like. You get a higher commission. and so you can earn a little bit more. The downside is you are the face of that product, and customers are often reaching out to you to talk about shipping delays or customer complaints, and so it's a little bit more time intensive to do drop shipping, but a slightly higher profit potential if you're willing to put in the time. So that's the difference between affiliate and drop shipping. Again, I encourage you to read these because they'll give you much more detail than I could on this introductory video. But based on that understanding, you'll go through and do a quantify and compare spreadsheet with 2 alternatives, 3 criterion, and then your 1-page essay. And that'll be it for this week. You'll have your discussion boards on that, and then your weekly reflection. So really now getting into the theory, the models behind online businesses. Please reach out if there's something that didn't quite make sense, or if you have a question on how this might apply to your business. Thanks, everybody.